the Kenya's national women's sevens rugby team, popularly known as the Lionesses, in the recently concluded first and second round of the World Sevens Rugby HSBC Challenger Series, which were held in Cape Town in the Republic of South Africa on the 1st and 2nd of March 2025. Honorable Speaker, for many years, lovers of rugby have known the men's rugby team as one that has brought honor and glory to the country in rugby. It is therefore impressive that the Kenya women's rugby team has been steadily rising to stardom and also bringing sporting glory to the country, as demonstrated in Cape Town during the just concluded World Sevens Rugby HSBC Challenger Series. In the first round final, Kenya triumphed over Argentina with a hard-fought 17-12 victory. Further, in the second round final, Kenya delivered a dominant performance, overwhelming hosts of South Africa with a convincing 17-0 win. Notably, this heroic performance marks the first time ever in history that our Lionesses have claimed victory in a rugby challenger series and won 2 consecutive tournaments. Honorable Speaker, this is truly an exceptional performance by our women's rugby team. It's a result of hard work, incredible resilience, determination, and skill. Their achievements are even more commendable considering the numerous challenges that our women's rugby team continues to face, including financial constraints, resource limitations, limited visibility. And as you know, Honorable Speaker, they visited Bunge and we were able to provide for them food for a year. And those are some of the obstacles that can potentially hinder the sport growth and advancement. The Lionesses have shown unwavering dedication by overcoming these to excel at a global stage. Honorable Speaker, as we commend our women rugby team for its spectacular performance, it is important to note that in the world of sports, women often face unique challenges and barriers, including unequal opportunities, gender-based discrimination, and inadequate access to healthcare services. Therefore, as parliamentarians, we have a constitutional duty and a responsibility to address these issues head-on and ensure that our girls are empowered to thrive in their chosen sports disciplines without fear of discrimination or prejudice. In this regard, I wish to thank the stakeholders such as Safaricom PLC, who have already come out strongly to support our Lionesses in overcoming some of these hindrances. I urge also more organizations to consider supporting our women's rugby team and other disciplines that feature female sports persons. Honorable Speaker, to our Lionesses, I say this: continue to shine brightly on the rugby field, inspire the next generation of sportswomen, and never forget your worth and value as women. You are a role model and champions of change, and your contributions to our national prides are truly invaluable. Once again, I say, hongera kwenyu na endeleeni kukaza mshipi. Asante Lionesses. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, David Speaker. We join you in congratulating them as well. Next order. Yes, Donya, what's the point of order?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand on Standing Order 173. There is an accident which has happened to women in this Kenya. And this is a horrible accident.
Accident?
Yes, a serious one.
Where?
A serious accident on the Committee of Transport, whereby we have 15 members and there is only one lady. That is an accident, Mr. Speaker. A big one, according to Standing Order 173. One lady, you can imagine, Mr. Speaker, 14 men seated against one woman. They cannot even deliberate. And we applied for this position. So you want to tell us women cannot manage transport committees, yet we are the ones who walk miles to the markets, to the rivers, and then what are you telling us? When we go to social protection, you've put all the women there, then you want us to approve the NADICO report. The men in this house, we need justice. This committee needs to be disbanded, Mr. Speaker. Women's voices should be respected. Yeah, that's why even they are allocating women reps who are serving 4 to 10 constituencies, same allocation of operations as a single member of parliament, Mr. Speaker. This should stop. Women must be respected. We are the ones who breastfeed. We bring life to this world. Mr. Speaker, it is very wrong. We protest. We don't like it. We want balance. We want equity, equity, equity. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I hear you. Next. I hear you, Donya.
Order number 8, the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025, first reading.
Yeah, hold on, clerk. Yes, Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, Mr. Speaker, we need to take note of the issue that has been raised by Honorable Doris. And in the reorganization of the committees with the majority leader, we have to take note of that, Mr. Speaker, so that more women serve in the Transport Committee. But having said that, Mr. Speaker, there's an international event, Mr. Speaker, that's happening in New York in this week, Mr. Speaker, of women. Mr. Speaker, when men issues are being discussed, women are also present. I don't know why the delegation that was sent by Parliament to New York, Mr. Speaker, only consists of female gender, Mr. Speaker. Why did we not have MPs also of male to go and discuss women issues, Mr. Speaker? There is also an anomaly, Mr. Speaker, of that issue. There's a serious accident that's taking place also in New York, Mr. Speaker, where only women, our women colleagues are only meeting, Mr. Speaker, without any single member of male gender, Mr. Speaker. That's also a very serious accident in New York, Mr. Speaker, that needs to be addressed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Clerk, before you call the next order, allow me. And Donya, the constitution of committees is done by your leaders. One is sitting in front of you, to whom you are preaching the accident. The other is sitting across the floor. Take their complaints to them so that you can be able to address them. Yes, Deputy Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, I'm just giving a point of information to Honorable Junet to let him know that what's happening in New York is called positive discrimination. Yes.
Yes, Jematia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On the same note, on order paper, okay, standing order 173, on what Donya said, it is also replica in Committee of Finance, Mr. Speaker. The same thing, and when you talk about CSW is a meeting that is done for women agendas and women affairs, but this is a committee that deals with resources, deals with issues, policies of government, and it does not mean that women can be isolated because it is a gender, and I mean men cannot.
Yes, Janet.
No, I do not, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Order, Jematia. Address the Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Majority Leader, we have acknowledged the anomalies in the committees, and we have to address them, Mr. Speaker. The committees must have gender parity. But, Mr. Speaker, also what's happening in New York, men are stakeholders. What women are discussing there affects us, Mr. Speaker. We must be present in the New York, Mr. Speaker, because we are stakeholders also on issues of women. They affect us, Mr. Speaker. What you are going there and discussing, you are going to implement it when we are present where we are, Mr. Speaker. So we are stakeholders. You must engage us, especially fathers to girls like me, Mr. Speaker. I must know the agenda of women in New York, Mr. Speaker. I must know.
Order, no more agenda passions on the floor. I want to acknowledge the presence of Kirirwa Junior School from Imendi Central, Meru, in the public gallery, and Koelel Forces Academy, Gilgil, Nakuru, in the Speaker's gallery. On my behalf and on your behalf, we welcome the students and their teachers to the House of Parliament. Next order.
Order number 8, the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Constitution of Kenya. Order number 9, motion, report on the 2025 budget policy statement, question to be put.
Next order. Order number 9. Sorry, I was... So take your seat first. Members on their feet, take your seats. DK, take your seats. Order leader and Kenyan, take your seats. Honorable members, I'll now put the question at order number 9, which is that this House adopts